some real strats come out of these teams where instead of looking for the 2 kills, first of all, they're looking for the 100 CS or they're looking for the first tower. I don't know how that's possible, but if it's possible, man, I really want to see.
I think something spicy like Heimerdinger and something else that pushes Heimerdinger and Ziggs just push the turrets and get it in might be very interesting to look at. Now, what's the first ban going to be from blue side?
Taking their time.
Looks like it's going to be a Rengar. Very intelligent pick on ARAM because of the bush and a very big hop between. If you've played against top lane Rengar, you probably know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, oh, I'm going to have to talk to you about that one later. But excuse me for saying Summoner's Rift the last 3 times, but now that Rengar's been banned out of the... this map is called...
Howling Abyss.
There we go, the Howling Abyss. I suppose it is a good ban, although I'm not a massive fan of Rengar. I mean, at least before level 6.
So it looks like Team 4 have opted for the Yasuo ban. Pretty interesting ban to come out. And we've also seen Team 1 banning out the Heimerdinger. So we were talking about pushing turret strat with the Heimerdinger being extremely oppressive, managing to shove in waves extremely fast and just getting damage, chipping it slowly on the tower, and not really being able to clear if you position your turrets correctly. So it's very interesting.
And the Riven. Riven is one of those champions who, again, I've been thinking, if she makes it back to Summoner's Rift, how is the meta going to be in Worlds? Because, again, she got buffed, and I don't know about you, but any meta where Riven's in it is not a fun meta to me.
Looks like we've got the Orianna ban coming in from Team 1, and now we're waiting for the answer from Team 4. Looks like it's going to be the Irelia, very strong 2v2 champion, chopping around the wave. And it looks like Rito buff Nico please might be picking the Nico.
How did you figure that one out? I mean, Rito buff Nico please from the Nico clan picks Nico? Could not figure.
Well, what's Team 4 going to build? Looks like they have the Nunu picked already. The Summoner Spells is ready for Disco Nunu, so they might be just running it straight down mid with this one.
Especially with Nunu and Willem, it's actually easier, I believe, to snowball down one lane, which is a lot smaller.
And we're looking for them to pick the Little Devil in
Oh
Teemo.
no, please.
Are they going to do it
don't.
with his most recent buff? Once he hits
don't
6.
No!
With
Why?
his most recent buffs, we can see Teemo absolutely throw the shrooms all across the map because they bounce up on top of each other. Very impressive to clear the lanes fast. Looks like Team 1 answered with the Syndra. And that's a very interesting comp. 2 champions that we saw on the previous game. Very strong CC lock, looking in for the heavy poke damage coming in from the roots and from the ball slash. But on Team 4, they're looking to cheese it. Teemo waiting in the bush for the blind to come out. What's going to happen? Nunu still on his Disco Nunu route. Not sure what's really going on with that one. But I would be surprised to see him run it down mid and just dance.
Absolutely, Louis. I mean, just as I said before, I'm looking to see something different. It's not exactly what I was saying, but Nunu with a cleanse and a ghost, we can already see his intentions. He's looking to snowball probably from base and ghost immediately to run them down. They will have absolutely no time to react without flashing if they choose to do so. And just through that insane engage, the knock-up, the stun, the freeze, like everything that he has alongside Teemo's insane damage, which is why I hate him, it's going to be pretty hard again for 2 glass cannons to get out of.
I think Team 4 are really waiting for waiting for level 6 to hit to get that dot in. If you take in a look at their summoner spells, I think a certain PS Zillion would be very proud of what these 2 have picked. Syndra opting for the clarity to get in the extra mana with the push coming in. Nico opting for the heal instead of the ignite, maybe because they both picked cleanse, but I doubt they're going to use the summoner spells, and I think Team 4 is looking to play like NA and be a 4 fun region.
You know what? For Team 4, I can see a combo coming out, again with the knock-up into everything that Teemo has, but I'm not entirely sure about Nico and Syndra, so these 2 teams clearly have different plans. One's trying to blow the other out of the water, that's Team 4, whereas Team 1 is looking to poke the other out a lot more significantly than we normally see, alongside the fact that it seems Nico and Syndra are going to have the upper hand in terms of clearing the wave just because they have a greater radius of damage. I think
Team 4 are going to try and AFK till level 6. Wait for Teemo Shrooms to become available. Wait for the absolute 0 to be available from Nunu. And try and get in that sneaky route and one-shot potential. But for that to happen, they're going to have to not get poked out by the Nico or the Syndra. Extremely strong champions in lane. And 2v2 is just about laning phase. It's how much can you poke, how well can you CS, how well can you push in the wave. to get to all 3 of our win options. Just a reminder, the win options are 2 kills, first tower, or 100 CS collectively on the team.
I just realized something. Hear me out, right? What if, while Nunu and Willem are snowballing down the 1 lane, Nico decides to put a decoy in front of that snowball? Does that work?
Yeah, it does. It takes the
Oh
CC
my
from
goodness.
it. So it's just going to be wasted ability.
If I see that, I'm going to be stoked. Like, I'm going to go so wild. That'll be the biggest outplay that I would ever have seen in my entire quote-unquote career.
Well, we're still waiting for it to start. What do you think the spells are going to be like? I think Nico's going to opt for the Comet and probably Syndra as well. Maybe Electrocute for the extra burst damage, who knows? Kind of a greedy spell to take because it's not guaranteed damage and you won't get, for example, unless you go for the mana bands in secondary, you won't get any of that extra mana help for your character.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Soul Harvest. I mean, it's quite easy, well, a lot easier than normal for Syndra and Nico to damage Nunu and Willem just because it's ranged versus melee, which, you know, cardinal sin of a melee player, if you get too close, then you are probably dead. So if they're able to get him low enough and then start stacking up those Dark Harvests, then it could eventually, again, become a ticking time bomb for Nico and Syndra.
Well, it looks like we're going to be heading into game very, very shortly. Just waiting for the game to load up. So quick, cheeky look at the summoner spells. Quick sneak preview. Looks like the Nunu has opted for Unsealed Spellbook, trying to get that cheese with those extra summoner spells. Maybe making the Ghost Cleanse not as of a troll pick, but Teemo's strangely opting for Fleet Footwork. Not a pick you see often on the Teemo.
I mean, he hasn't quite taken much else that's allowing him to, you know, sustain. So in terms of health, he has to stay pretty on top of it when facing Nico and Syndra, just because their burst, as we've seen before, is so insanely powerful from beginning to end.
And looks like Rito buff Nico please has gone for the summon Airy on Nico, looking for that extra damage to be guaranteed when she hits an ability. And Syndra has opted for the Electrocute, looking for that extra burst damage to kill them as fast as possible.
Teemo at the moment was disapparated, but it seems from, you know, just the body language of both, you know, of all champions, that this is going to be a little bit. Oh, come on, Nunu, what was that? That was a little bit of a troll. I mean, maybe he was going to engage, maybe he was doing that intentionally just to troll.
Now looks like blue team are trying to push this in very slowly, both hitting level 4. Red team not hitting it yet. Looks like they're just waiting for the minion wave to hit. Looks like they're going to try, so maybe a little freeze, cheeky freeze on their side, but it's going to get pushed in very quickly if that does happen. The stun comes in on the Nunu. Seems like Nunu's just not playing the game really. Ball going off wide.
What is going on?
Not too sure. I think they've actually opened up mid.
Everyone's running it down mid. Well, the way I see it at the moment is Syndra and Nico, they have amazing damage, but already we're also seeing that Teemo is finding it extremely difficult, if not impossible, to get CS under this tower. Already the CS scores are 9-2, meaning that if they don't get killed, double killed, then it's very likely that we will see either a first tower or CS. So it looks like Team 1 has the best of all 3 worlds.
Well, tower being chipped down very quickly.
Oh my goodness,
and looks like it's just going to be a free first tower.
But what was that?
And looks like Team 1 just won. Team 1 just won on our first turret. Something I wasn't thinking that we were going to see.
I mean, are the two having a fight? This, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Was Nunu...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Well, looks like we've got Teams 1 victory up on the board. Might not be the victory we were hoping for. Bit unlucky for that one. But there was a quickie, and with that victory,